Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today's lesson is about geometric progressions. I'm going to list you a sequence of number using t term. So the first term will be t1, and then you have t2, you have t3, t4, and so on. In geometric progressions, or shall I call it GP, when you go from the first term going to second term, you have to times a certain value, which is what we call common ratio. And then same thing here, when you go from second term going to the third term, you have to times with a certain value, which is what we call common ratio as well. And same thing here. For example, if I give you a very simple number sequence, so the first number, we start with 2, and then if you times 2 you get 4, if you times 2 you get 8, and you times 2 you get 16, and so on. So in this example, the first term, we have a symbol for the first term, which is what we call a. So the first term equals to 2. Okay, to find common ratio, which is r, there is a formula for that. So common ratio which is r. To find common ratio, you have to take the second term, which is t2, divide by the first term, a, or you can have the third term divide by the second term. If you, okay, this formula is not given, you must memorize this formula. And this concept is very easy. To find common ratio, you simply take 4 divided by 2, or 8 divided by 4, or 16 divided by 8. In this case, our common ratio will be r. The r will be 2. So in this example, our common ratio, when you find r, you'll have 4 divided by 2, and then your r will be 2. Moving to nth term. So nth term example, the Tn. If you want to find first term, you substitute n equals to 1. If you want to find the second term, you substitute n equals to 2. In geometric progression, the nth term formula is given by a r to the power of n minus 1. This formula is also given in the formula list. If you memorize, then it's good, but if you don't memorize, you can always refer to the formula list. Example, if you want to find T11 from this sequence, if we find T11, so you would have T11 equals to, you substitute 11 into your formula, AR to the power of 11 minus 1, which is 10. So you use your calculator, your A equals to 2, and your common ratio equals to 2 as well, and then to the power of 10. Using calculator, when you press this number, you get 2 times 2 to the power of 10. It gives you 2048. If I give you another example, if I list this sequence, so I have 2, 4, 8, 16, and then dot dot dot, and then at the end you have 2097152. Okay, my question is, what is this number of term equals to? So find me Tn. So how are you supposed to find how many terms you have until 2097152 using this formula? There are two methods to solve this question. The first thing, when you do, okay, this is the Tn value. You can substitute the value into your formula. If you substitute in, so it goes like this. Okay, Tn equals to AR to the power of n minus 1. Okay, this whole thing, which will be your Tn value. Now you substitute into the formula, you have 2097152 equals to, the A equals to 2, and the R equals to 2 as well, and then n minus 1. Okay, the first thing to do is to bring over these two over the other side. So when you count that, you have 2097152 divided by 2 gives you 1048. .576 equals to the power of n minus 1. There are two methods to solve this equation. I'm going to show you one by one. Okay, method number 1. If you have this calculator with you, which is class V's K057OEX, then it will be helpful for you to solve this question. Okay, what you do is you simply press 1048.576 and then you press equal. You press shift and then you press factor. So they will factorize for you. What is 1048.576 equals to it? So as you can see, it says on the screen 2 to the power of 20. So this number will be 2 to the power of 20 and then equals to this number 2 to the power of n minus 1. And then as you can see, so now 2 is the same. So you find the n value, which is you just equate the above expressions. You have n minus 1 equals to 20, so n equals to 20 plus 1, which is 21. So this is using this calculator. Now the second method, when you want to use log, you can apply log in this, or you can either, to find this number, you can either press 2 to the power of something until you get this number manually. So eventually you get this number as well. If you don't have this calculator, you still can use the black 570 calculator. Okay, if you want to use logarithm, so what we do, we put log on both sides. So you have log of base 10. I'm not going to write the base, so it's 1048.576 and then log 2n minus 1. Okay, in logarithm law, you can bring this in front, so you would have n minus 1 and then log 2, okay, equals to this number. So I'm going to write this term on this side because I'm going to bring over my log 2. So when you bring log 2 to the other side, so you have to divide. So you have log 1048.576 divide log 2. So you can press your calculator. So take your calculator. So log base 10 of 1048.576 and then divide. You have to use the normal division. Don't use this symbol. Never use this symbol. So it's fraction. And then log base 10 of 2. So the answer will be 20. So this number will be 20. So now you can find the value of n. So you bring over negative 1. So the n will be 20 plus 1, which is 21. So the answer for this question, there are 21 terms, and then to get 2097152. Now we are going to continue with the concept of sum of n terms, which is represented by Sn. Sn is given by, if you have A, you have to times r to the power of n minus 1 over r minus 1. So there are two formulas to find the sum of n terms. This is the first formula. If your common ratio is greater than 1, then you have to use this formula. And if your common ratio is less than 1, so we have Sn equals to A times 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r if your common ratio is less than 1. Okay, the reason why the formula goes like this is to avoid negativity. If you have r greater than 1, so minus 1, so you got a positive number. But if you have r less than 1, if you use this formula, you get a negative, so we don't want to get a negative number. So this formula are given in exam. You don't have to memorize, but it's given. So Sn formula are given. For example, if you have, I'm going to give you very easy sequence. We have 4 and then times 2 get 8, and then times 2 get 16, and so on. And then you have to find until T21, for example. Okay, first you have to find what is your T21 equals to. So you have to use the T formula. So Tn equals to AR to the power of n minus 1, so you have AR to the power of 20. If you use calculator, you would have 4 times, so the combination will be 2 to the power of 20. So 4 times 2 to the power of 20 will give you 4194304. Now if you want to use this formula, you want to find S21. Okay, S21, it means you are adding 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus so on until 4194304. So we are going to use the first formula because our R is 2 is more than 1, so the formula goes like this. So the first term is A, and then your R will be 2 to the power of 21 minus 1, and then over 2 minus 1. So you simply press calculator. So you have 4, and then you have fraction. So in your upper fraction, you have 4 bracket 2 to the power of 21 minus 1 over 1. So the answer will be this. So 8388604. Okay, moving to the last subtopic. So the last subtopic is sum of infinity. Which is represented by S infinity. So 8 inverted 8, if you move your 8 sideways, so this is as sum of infinity. Example, if you have 16 and then divide by 2 get 8, divide by 2 get 4, divide by 2 you get 2, 1, and so on. Okay, find the sum of infinity of this number sequence. Okay, the idea behind sum of infinity is like this. When you have a certain value and your you have number sequence and your R is less than 1, as you can see from this example, if you find your R, you get 1 over 2. If you have R 1 over 2 or any number which is less than 1, you can find the sum of infinity. If you add 16 plus 8, and then plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4, and then plus 1 over 8, and then plus 1 over 16. Okay, I'm going to stop here for now. Okay, if you look at this number, you get 31.9375. If you add more, so 1 over 32 plus 1 over 64. So as you can see, so the number will be closer to a certain value, which is, okay, so this is so from just now you get this number, which is 31.9375, and just now we have 31.98 and so on. So if you add more numbers, the number will be coming, as you can see, this is 31 point something, gets to 31.9999. So if you use the formula, so the formula for sum of infinity, S infinity, is equals to A over 1 minus R. So we just apply this formula, we substitute in the value. So our A is 16, and then 1 minus R. To find R is 8 over 16, which is 1 over 2. So if you find this value, you press calculator. 16 over 1 over 2 will give you 32. So the sum of infinity is when you want to find the sum if your common ratio is less than 1. So if you add all the terms forever, so that's why it's called sum of infinity. You are adding in forever, so eventually the number will get to 32, like this sequence. If you add everything, it goes to 31.999, and then eventually it gets to 32. Okay, second example, when you have recurring decimals. Okay, recurring decimals is when we have this kind of representation. Example, if I give you 0.43 and there is a dot above 4 and above 3. Okay, what does it mean? If you see this number, it means that these two digits, they are repeating each other. So you would have 0.43 and then 43, 43, 43 forever until forever, so infinity. So we're gonna represent these recurring decimals using sum of infinity, and you will get in fraction. If you apply the formula, so if you break down these decimals, the first term will be 0.43, and then the second term you will have 0.0043 if you add this number, and then the third term will be 0.000043. So as you can see, when you add, okay, the first term 0.43 plus the second term, third term, you get this number, which is our recurring decimals. So the first term will be 0.43. The common ratio, so you have to take this 0.0043 divided by 0.43, so you will have 0.01. So common ratio will be 0.01. Now by applying this formula S infinity, you want to find what is the fraction equals to. So S infinity will be A over 1 minus R. A is 0.43. 1 minus R will be 1 minus 0.01. So if you press your calculator, you would have 0.43 over 1 minus 0.01. So the answer will be 43 over 99. So if you check this number, you press this value. Now you can see that this is a recurring decimal. So the numbers will go like this, 0.434343 forever. So some question, they ask you to express these recurring decimals in its simplest fraction form. So this is the final answer. So I have written so many notes on this book, so can you copy down everything in your book? I'm going to give you exercise later on, which I will upload on Google document, and I will post it in the description below. Okay, don't forget to copy everything, and I see you in the class.